Our full face cupping routine. First, we have our Millie Luxe and Bitty cup and our glow oil. The first step to our facial cupping routine is applying our glow oil to our face and neck. We designed our glow oil to pair nicely with our facial cupping. This allows for a smooth glide and no tugging on the skin. We apply a drop to our forehead and to our cheeks. Then we gently pat the oil around the face for even distribution. Also pat the oil under the eye, above the eye, and around the lips. Last, we apply the glow oil to our neck from the angle of our jawline down to the collarbone, as we will be facial cupping in this area too. Next, we open our turbinate to help with lymphatic drainage. Take our ring finger and middle finger and pump right behind the collarbone and in front of the upper trapezius muscle. We pump lightly 10 to 20 times in this area before facial cupping and after. Next area we prep is right below the angle of the jawline. Taking the same fingers, we pump lightly 10 to 20 times. Two bonus areas are right on the outside of our nose. We go just outside the nostrils and pump lightly. Then we move up to the middle of the nose and again pump lightly. And the last area we prep is around our ears, hugging it with our fingers, massaging the area lightly in a circular motion. We do this area 10 to 20 times. Once we complete the lymph node prep, we take our Luxe cup. Depending on where we squeeze the cup is going to dictate the suction. Squeezing in the center of the cup will offer a lighter suction. Squeezing more towards the base of the cup will offer the most suction possible. And lastly, squeezing at the tip will be the least amount of suction. To begin facial cupping, we start at the angle of the jawline and glide down towards the collarbone. We do this 3 to 10 times, moving along the side of the neck. This can help relieve tension and encourage lymphatic drainage. Next, we move up to the bottom of the chin. We squeeze the facial cup, apply it to the skin, release, then glide to the angle of the jawline. We do this area 3 to 10 times. Upon our last glides, we want to ensure we are taking the facial cup down to the termini or the collarbone for drainage. The next area is along our jawline. We take our opposite finger for a tissue hold and take our facial cup and gently glide along the jawline down to the termini. The finger on the opposite hand provides a tissue hold so we're not dragging our skin. After we do 3 to 10 glides, we're going to gradually move up the cheek. The next area is from the tip of our smile line to the front of our ear. Remember, we can squeeze at the base of the facial cup for more suction, in the middle for less suction. The next section, we move beside the nose, right below the delicate part of our eye skin. I take the opposite hand to tissue hold and we glide from the side of the nose to the ear and down to the angle of the jawline. If you happen to lose suction, just pick up where you left off. Re-squeeze the cup, apply it to your skin, release, and continue to glide. The last glides we're going to take down to the side of the neck to the termini or the collarbone area. This is going to ensure we're encouraging lymphatic drainage down towards the termini. Due to bringing blood flow to the area, you can see the skin is red. You also can notice a slight lift and plump to the side of the face we just facial cupped. Next, we're going to move to the forehead. We take our opposite hand and pull up on the forehead slightly, then glide from the middle of the brow up to the top of the forehead. We do this 3 to 10 times. Next, we glide from the center to the outside of the eyebrow. We can glide all the way down to the termini each time. Or a hack we love is to stop at the temple and in your final glides, glide all the way down to the termini. We may lose suction contact around the jawline area. Just squeeze the cup, apply to the skin, release, and glide down to the termini to finish. Next, we take the Bitty cup and work our smile lines. The simple way we like to create taut tissue is to blow the cheek out and then gently glide up and down the smile line. We do this area 3 to 10 times. With the Bitty cup, we may need to squeeze with 2 fingers rather than 1 to offer proper suction. You can see we're simply going up and down down along that smile line indentation. Next, we can do what's called flash cupping. This is where you squeeze the cup, apply it to your skin, release, and let it hold in an area just for a couple seconds. We love to do this with areas that have deeper set wrinkles to further help bring blood flow and nutrients to the area and stimulate collagen production. We fluid cup for no longer than 3 seconds in each area. Next, we're going to facial cup along our eyes. First, we ensure we have enough oil under the eye and above the eye to offer a smooth glide. Then we start fluid cupping under the delicate skin of our eye. We start from beside our nose and move up to the outside of our eye. We do this area 3 to 10 times. Simply squeeze the cup, place it on the skin, release, and glide. Next, we can do some optional fluid cupping. This is where we squeeze the cup, apply it to the skin, release, and let it sit there no longer than 3 seconds. Next, we move to the top of the eye. Take the opposite hand and gently lift up the eyebrow to ensure we do not drag the skin. Then we start with a fluid glide from the inner brow to the outside of the brow towards the temple area. We squeeze the bitty cup with 2 fingers, make contact with the skin, release, and then glide. With this glide, we may need to press down just a little bit to keep in contact with the skin. Next, we can do an optional flash cupping, where we take the bitty cup and hold it in an area for no longer than 3 seconds. Once complete with fluid cupping, we'll do a few more flash glides to push any fluid out. As you can see here, our eyebrow is lifted and slightly depuffed after 1 facial cupping session. Next, we can take the bitty cup and work our 11 lines. We fluid glide directly over the 11 lines. We do each area around 3 to 10 times. The opposite hand is giving a light tissue hold so we're not dragging the skin. You can see the slight lift, also little slight redness on the one side of the face that we facial cupped. Next, we're going to move to the other side of the face. When facial cupping, we can cup one side of the face at a time or move back and forth in sections. We will facial cup this side of the face the exact same way that we facial cup the other side. We start at the angle of our jawline and glide all the way down to the collarbone or termini. Notice that we're not gliding in the exact same area along the neck. We're moving around from front to back of the side of the neck. Next, we glide the bottom of our chin. We cup from the center to the angle of the jawline underneath the chin. This can really help those who struggle with a double chin or a puffy lower face. Facial cupping can help with lymphatic drainage or puffiness, along with helping the skin tighten. After this area is complete, we're going to ensure we glide down to the collarbone area. After, there's a slight lift and depuff in the area under the chin. Next, we move from the center of the chin to the angle of our jawline. We use our opposite hand to hold the tissue. We glide 3 to 10 times. We take the last glide from the center of the chin, ear, and then down to the termini to encourage that lymphatic drainage. The next area goes from the outside of our lip to the front of our ear. This is a great area to help sculpt the cheeks. You'll notice that we take the glide down to the jawline. This helps remove the suction. Then upon our last glides, we're going to take it down to the collarbone. The next area is right below the delicate skin of our eye. We glide from the side of our nose over to the front of our ear. We can either stop at the front of our ear and then upon our last glides, take it down to the termini, or we can start under the eye and work our way down to the collarbone as shown here. You can see some slight redness and lift in this side of the face now. Next, we move up to the forehead. We do a slight tissue pull upwards and glide from the center of the forehead to the outside of the eye. The gliding motion we make here is similar to a rainbow. Facial cupping this area is also a great way to help relieve tension and help soften signs of aging. Upon our last glide, we're going to ensure we glide all the way down to the collarbone area. Next, we're going to take our bitty cup and glide along our smile lines just like before. Instead of puffing out the cheeks like we did before, we can do a slight tissue pull with the opposite hand and glide up and down the smile line. Or, if it's easier, we can puff out the cheek like so and glide up and down. Next, we move up with the bitty cup to cupping our eyes. We start under the delicate skin of our eye, beside the nose, and fluid glide outwards towards the temple. Notice in this example on this side of the face, we are not doing fluid cupping. That is an optional method. Next, we move to the top of the eye. We tissue pull upwards, lightly lifting the eyebrow. Start from the center and glide our way outwards to the outer eyebrow. We then do one round of flash cupping, leaving the cup in an area no longer than 3 seconds. Anytime we do flash cupping, we finish with a couple fluid glides. Now that we're complete with a full face facial cupping session, you can see a depuffed and lifted jawline and eyes. We are going to then finish how we started, pumping the termini lightly 10 to 20 times. And that is our full facial cupping ritual with our Millie Luxe Cup, Bitty Cup, and Glow Oil.